Welcome back. This is Coffee and Comics. I'm taking another sip because God, I need it today. This is Danny. This is Steve. Josh. Welcome back. You've seen us all before. If not, go back, catch up. Come on in. It's been a while.
Catch a few of those episodes.
Today, so a lot of the stuff we've said about Marvel as a whole has been relatively positive. And then it doesn't help with that hype of a trailer that they released this week. Like, my work day Friday was consumed by that. I mean, a lot of other things.
Trailer. So this is like a special little short segment, and we're gonna talk about that trailer.
It's like Danny said, it was the only thing that happened.
Yeah, nothing else happened. No one got paid. I know it was a Friday. I know it was released on Friday. No one got paid. No bills were paid. No children were left at daycare.
No one put air in tires.
No one put air in tires. Yes. I literally did not put any air in my tire. But I watched that trailer like 10 times.
Right? Oh, man.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, it's the Avengers Infinity War trailer 2.
We'll probably put a little link, down below.
Here, or put one here or here. I don't know how those guys do that.
One right here, or right here. Just put a big Thanos blob face, and they can click it right there.
Yeah.
But man, what is your favorite part? Straight up.
When he's dragging Thor. When Doctor Strange is getting his mind prodded, and Corvus Grave is like, shh.
Right? Did that thing Jared Leto failed to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. A CGI character pulled it off better than a real person.
Right.
And by the way, Andy Serkis is all the CGI characters now. He's just every single one of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Brolin just puts his voice acting in over the phone, and Andy Serkis does all the Thanos stuff now.
Andy Serkis is Thanos, and Brolin is just... it's the Marlon Brando method.
Right.
Just let me phone it in and use a tennis ball. Just let people talk to a tennis ball.
Yo.
I'm Peter, by the way.
Oh yeah, you're using the made up names now.
Oh,
okay.
Yes,
and you can see Strange just have that little that little tick that he has in general from being Doctor. He just.
It wasn't. I thought it was cute. It's not one of my favorite parts. I'm sure in the movie it'll be better. But because it's a trailer, I know it had to be quick. It had to be quicker. It's a great plan. It sucks. But if we do the plan, it might not suck.
Right. And I feel like that's the one aspect they had to put from Guardians in it was his awkward coordination.
Yeah.
I guess because he's done that in both the movies now. So.
And I like. There were just a lot of little key points in the trailer overall. The intro of Thanos via Gamora.
And it's interesting because Tiny Gamora has a little part. It looks like you obviously get the flashback, which this is either one of the planets or the first planet that Thanos went and just took it over.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's a hall of people of him walking, and nobody's attacking him. Those are clearly his people now.
Right. Maybe going back to one of our earlier episodes when we were speaking on Thanos and how it opened up with him conquering the Chitauri.
Yeah,
maybe that's the Chitauri.
That weird inclusion soft reboot thing that they've done.
Yeah.
That would be excellent if they really exhibited that in the movie. Any footage any new footage that they'll release on this movie, it's exciting because you're seeing more of it unfold, and you're seeing you don't know exactly what material, what angles they're going, how quickly they're going to take that direction they're going. But any new thing you see in that, it makes it all exciting. And so it's hard to pick any favorite part in there because there was something new you saw, and it's just like this, oh my goodness, level of excitement that you just can't wait. So the hype is just automatic. There's nothing you can do because it's exciting that we're getting that much closer. And the fact when we heard the news that they pushed it up a week, so we're going to get it a week earlier, makes it even more better. And so I think for me, I think one of the exciting moments was the very end when you see Steve Rogers and Thanos, face to face, heading off the way they did. Because what I like most about this trailer is you were seeing more of the pairs of these new heroes, characters on screen, to which you've never seen before. For example, Star-Lord and Tony Stark, when they were, on the, mixing dialogue together, that was exciting. And seeing that at the end, for me, really was just when Steve Rogers was facing Thanos the way it was.
Yeah,
that was
he's
crazy.
treating the Infinity Gauntlet like it's that Civil War helicopter, like just
Yeah.
like flexing it all. Like,
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
That's
And you can see the incredulousness on Thanos' face. Like, this human has the gall to stop me from killing him?
right. And he has this look like, wait, I said you're gonna die. Are you telling me you're not gonna die today?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm wondering. I'm wondering how that's gonna play out. I think Cap and Tony are both gonna go down. I don't think it'll be as graphic as Hulk eating Cap or Tony getting that great divide. Yeah,
No.
because they got the kids in there.
I could see either one. I could see both eating it.
There was even a brief snippet of the Hulkbuster getting smashed into the ground in a way that is like an uneasy
Well,
feeling.
and there's a
It's going to be brutal, man.
yeah. I
It's
guess we'll
brutal.
have to put a point to fast forward for a little bit on here because supposedly there's a spoiler that was leaked in an action figure line, and it's half of why the movie got moved up early to coincide with the delayed ordered release of this action figure involving the Hulkbuster.
Mm.
So I don't know if
Are
you guys.
Are you speaking on the pilot of the Hulkbuster armor?
Yes, I don't
Who
know
the
if you
pilot
guys
is?
want to hear it. But
I know who the pilot is. I've seen the toy.
Yeah.
I've seen the toy.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So we'll kind of leave it. I guess we'll tell you after filming if you haven't seen it, but we'll kind of leave it out of the episode.
Yeah.
It is out there if you want to go seek out that spoiler.
yeah, you can find it on your own. It's all over the internet. Don't look to us, but we know who it is.
Yeah, but if that's true, then I'm not sure if that the Hulkbuster on the ground was like smashed or discarded.
Or discarded. Yeah, exactly.
Either
Or if
way,
it popped off in a
right,
certain manner.
right, and so just popped
Yeah.
off like spring loaded popped off.
And just, came
But
off.
but no, either way, I'm excited to see the Hulkbuster armor return because I feel like, it actually had its purpose of he built it to fight Hulk, in the comics, and he fights Hulk. But I was a little disappointed that we haven't seen it come in at all. Like he could have called in at least some more powerful tech in Civil War to even the odds on stuff.
I think in Civil War, Tony looked at it as it's just Cap
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Buck. He didn't think that Cap would have Falcon on his side and Hawkeye. He wouldn't pull Hawkeye out of
Yeah.
retirement, and he didn't know about Ant-Man. So he wasn't really prepared for all of that.
And I
Right.
think, too, I felt like Tony definitely had some hardware he could have pulled out of nowhere. But I think he really pulled his punches against fighting,
His
fellow
friends, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because up until the last act in Civil War, Tony was still acting like, you and I are friends. I don't want to do this.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
Well,
forcing
and
my hand.
even towards Cap, he was one of those like, I don't want to do. I just want to kill him. Out of my way.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah.
I don't care. Bye.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's interesting to see his he's got an upgrade across everything with the new armor. Like even the giant mega booster that forms around his feet and
Yeah.
blasts off in the.
Yeah, that was
So I was like,
amazing.
oh, and I think that's a little upgrade of those little booster pods that he had at Homecoming.
Mhm.
I think that
I
might
could
come
see,
in.
I
Yeah.
could see that. There was the scene when the Hulkbuster comes in. I noticed the armor is set up differently as well. Like instead of having a chest plate, it's more shoulders to chest.
Yeah,
So
and it's
this whole thing-
broader,
yeah, it's
like the
broader.
whole, yeah.
Exactly.
And
But
it,
it follows the style of armor for the movie overall,
Mm.
where it's got these like streamlined parts. And did you notice slimmer.
Yeah, and
His armor is
and
slimmer.
he had, whenever it landed, he did that little balancing thing
Yeah.
that another character likes to do when he lands from a big jump.
Yeah,
So
but Tony's because you're watching him and Quill interact. He's not as bulky as he normally is.
Yeah.
In any of the other armors. So that armor is like really like a skin suit.
slimline.
Yeah.
Well, and I know. So they made him extra bulky in Civil War to go up against some of the more, because Chris Evans is just a bigger dude than Robert Downey.
Right. Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
So they made the armor, more bulky in general to make it look like he was more intimidating going up against these, people who are just big without being a suit of armor.
Exactly.
So
And
I
it
think,
looked like also going into when you saw the little green hand, you knew that was Gamora, and then you saw them walking side by side, and immediately you're aware that, oh my gosh, they're going to take the story back a little bit, so they're going to provide a little bit more background on Thanos, so he just doesn't come on the screen just stomping everybody. I mean, that's what's worked for Marvel.
I don't
most
know.
of the
I
time.
hope that's the opening scene, man. I hope.
Exactly. I mean, because you got to have that developing character, right? I mean, that's what Marvel's done so well with building up the characters and the movies and the storylines and the way it's building up. And so you can't just have Thanos come to Earth and just immediately smash people. Again, I don't know what angle or direction they're going to take, but you see some kind of origin coming
Yeah.
with Thanos.
I think the
and
cold
think
open
that's
is going to
terrific.
be that him coming in and killing the Chitauri,
The
with
Chitauri leader.
without all the blood, snow,
I
ice thing.
it should
That might
be-
be a little graphic.
It should be that. It should be him killing the Chitauri leader. But the cold open will be the Chitauri leader laying on the ground,
Yeah.
pleading, "Please don't kill me, please." And then you just see this massive boot crush his head.
Oh, that's exactly it. Yeah, I think that's
That's the
exactly
scene.
what that is.
Here, just please don't kill. You see, you get the front view of he's all bloodied and
In IMAX, the whole
in
movie's
IMAX,
filmed in IMAX
yeah.
now. So
and then some proclamation about how begging is should be beneath the king.
yeah,
And then you just see from the side view this boot just coming and smashing the head down.
yeah, and then it cuts away because
Yeah.
PG-13.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's gonna be so good. Like every time I think about it, I still just get that stutter. Like it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Right? Like the little nervous thing.
Oh man.
And then I kind of hope some of like when Cap walks up and shakes Black Panther's hand, that was cool. But I hope by the end of the movie, at least one of them does have Cap or Black Widow or Bucky with the good hair, have him
Well, from
Mr. White Wolf.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
White Wolf. From the story that we posted, 'cause we shared it.
We should, because we love you guys.
Yeah, because we love you guys. He will be, adopting that name full time, meaning that he should be entrenched in Wakandan culture and its people.
Yeah.
Protecting that nation is going to be not his first priority, but a main priority.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And
I
it
could
is-
see him.
It is going down full on Wakanda. Like even somebody that said, "Oh, that's it. The Soul Stone's gotta be there."
Just
Because
get back.
it's getting.
Well.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay,
I haven't been
in
there.
the trailer,
Okay.
they showed that we have what he wants.
Yeah.
And it showed.
Shuri is looking up.
It showed. It
looks
showed.
like a
It
stone.
showed. What? She's looking at Vision's head.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it showed Doctor Strange with a time stone.
Yeah.
And then it showed a picture of the Vision. And then it showed Wakanda.
Yeah.
But the way they showed Wakanda was to introduce Captain America and Black Widow and them landing in Wakanda. But that's a scene right after they show Wakanda.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's what that meant.
Right.
Is that the Soul Stone is in Wakanda.
Exactly.
I'm still holding on to that theory.
Yeah.
I've heard theories that the Soul Stone is a planet. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be in a planet, which would make sense for it.
It
to
could
in
be that
Wakanda.
one piece of vibranium that one meteor of vibranium that came down that they've been mining bits of. It could be that,
Yeah.
because that's the other thing is all the stones have been housed in something. They haven't. It's not like so much in the comics where it was just boom, this was the stone. I think the closest they had to that was the the one in Guardians, the Power Stone was relatively itself. It just had
it was encased in
like it had a jewelry box for it. Yeah.
It was one of those like round Rubik's cubes.
Right.
Wow.
So
it was like Hellraiser for kids. It was lovely.
So Vibranium, they build all their weapons and it powers their technology.
Yeah.
What other thing do stones do?
Right,
Because
exactly.
the Cosmic Cube did the same thing
Exactly.
for the skull and for Shield.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then you even saw glimpses of the Power Stone because Ronan went and like slam dunked it into his hammer, like blah, you know. Yeah, then he had himself a little Zack Snyder moment, and then he got vaporized.
all right, easy.
Calm down, calm down.
Yeah. So it's
You could have easily just left the stone there and just teep with your hammer. Look at what I got, guys.
Right. But yeah, I hope the only thing I want out of Infinity War, because everything's gonna be great. I don't think fans have many demands for the movie at all because they're just stoked to see it. But the only like legit demand, Marvel, listen up. If you got to do reshoots, like clone out some mustaches, whatever you've got to do, you know, make it worth
They do a
it.
much better job. They do a
Much better job. But I wanted Tony and Strange to have a scene together, and I want just one of them to say to the other one, "No shit, Sherlock." I don't care who does it, in what context. They're both sarcastic. They both do it.
It's got to be Tony to Strange.
Yeah.
It's got to be Tony to Strange.
Yeah, and then Cap could bust him on language after. You know, it's like, I told you language, you know, type thing. But that's the only thing I want. Marvel, if you got to get reshoots going, you still got time. You can edit that little, it's 10 seconds. It's nothing big.
Oh, cool.
I want the awesome
Oh,
facial
yeah.
hair bros.
Yeah, he has probably a little sign.
That's going to be amazing. What about you? One thing.
Those are more newer ones.
about the trailer.
No,
from
like
the
you,
movie.
you
What
go buy a
is your
ticket.
expectation from the movie? What is your one thing that you're hoping to see in the movie?
My expectation. Oh gosh.
Not, okay, let me rephrase it. Because
You buy a ticket because you want to see this one thing happen. What is it?
There, like you said, there really can't be any expectations. It's just gonna unfold the way it's gonna happen. It's gonna be brilliant.
See, that's why I wanted to rephrase that. We're not talking about expectations anymore. What is in your head, after reading so many comics and seeing all these scenes play out, different writers, different artists portray the things in the books, things that happen, or stuff in pop culture like the No Shit Sherlock, because both Cumberbatch and Downey Jr. played a version of Sherlock Holmes. And then in the Invincible Iron Man relaunch in 2014, 2013,
Yes, sir.
there was
Ready to
the
go?
first arc dealt with magic because
Yeah.
and so
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Tony brings in Doctor Strange, and like there's this thing where he's like, "Oh, we're awesome facial hair bros," and Strange wants no part of it.
Yeah, he
Like,
he just looks at him like you're depressing me on behalf of all humanity.
So
Like,
it's
there you
just
go.
it's just little things. What little thing?
yeah. To me, it's really about, because when I read the Infinity Gauntlets, that story and the unfolding of everything taking place and the way it happens, it is phenomenal and it's epic. The trade, the story. If you haven't read it, do it. And so I really, really hope that they keep a lot of, or as much as they can from that story, because the way it all happens, the way it all unfolds, it is amazing. I mean, just because you have all these heroes trying to come together to combat this one awesome force, and to see the way they come down one after another, trying to, to even get close to Thanos. That, I mean, if I could see anything from that story, that would be that would mean everything, because that is pretty much why this is happening anyway. So if they can keep as much, as close to that storyline as possible, I would love to see that even more, rather than them doing something totally different, totally, just new, which would be great if they did it right. But I would like to see some of that aspect into this movie, of course.
Well, I think they're kind of stick to that story, because even the whole teasing of Gamora saying he can wipe out humanity with just a snap of his finger. That's a thing in the book.
Yeah.
He does that.
Yeah.
It's a whole Watchmen scenario. Like, what are you talking about? When I do it, I did it 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, exactly.
But Thanos just like that, and boom, half the universe is dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're in for something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Radically?
Spoilers.
You're
like
in
a
for
20-year-old
something.
book.
Yes.
You're in for something radically different because he's got the. I think they're calling him for this one. It's the Children of Thanos, but it's the Black Order.
It's the Black Order.
Yeah.
But they're calling them the Children of Thanos.
Yeah, so you're in for something different from the get go. Like it's not. It's definitely not going to be page by page, which it never has been.
And it shouldn't be, because comics are goofy. Let's just put it out on
Yeah.
the table. Comics are goofy. They have some great stories, and they have some great writers who have pushed the work to a higher level. But in the beginning, a lot of the ideas were just straight up goofy.
Right, Thanos showing up in his helicopter.
Yeah, Thanos in a helicopter. That's like a world killer, but he's chasing down the cosmic cube in a helicopter. And it's
Right.
like a 2-passenger helicopter, one of those with the little bubbles and everything.
Yep,
And
yep.
it's like, and he gets beaten by Hellcat. Hellcat and Spider-Woman, I believe.
I forgot about that.
And it's not that they're women. It's that Hellcat is a Daredevil type character.
Yeah,
Street level, just knows kung fu,
yeah.
maybe super athletic, but she beats him.
People, I mean, it takes a certain.
But yeah, it's gonna be crazy either way.
We
So
just never.
go watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Stop. I'm sure everyone's seen it. It's got millions and millions and millions and millions of views.
12
what he
million,
said is that he wants to see the older stuff,
687,000
and
and
because that's really most of this other stuff early
679 after the last 4 times I watched it last
So
week.
And those are he's only counting the amount of times he's clicked play. Like
Yeah.
that's all that was. So
those are because those are original.
And it's nothing against Hellcat. Let me state that, because I'd have the same criticism if it were Daredevil. I'd have
Yeah.
the same criticism if it were Moon Knight or Spider-Man
yeah,
taking
exactly.
down Thanos, as Thanos is flying around in his helicopter.
Yeah.
That's just completely unbelievable. Why? It's such
You
a
know
goofy
who?
concept.
You know who's good at taking down helicopters though? Steve Rogers.
Steve Rogers.
Just saying, it might
Steve
come in the
Rogers.
movie
He
now.
may
Bare hands and all, dude.
Right.
Yeah. If Thanos, if he tries to get away on a helicopter, I can see Steve Rogers. Oh, you're not doing this. You're not
Yeah.
doing this.
Got to get the flexing on him.
I did like, because in the trailer you see the little teams where they're broken up.
Mm-hmm.
So you see Thor and Rocket and Groot. You see Tony and Star Lord and Drax and Peter and Strange. And you see Cap and Black Panther and Widow and the Dora Milaje, Winter Soldier, White Wolf,
And Banner's there.
Banner.
Yeah.
So you see these little groups and you see the interactions. I think, and it of course is Tony and Strange and Quill and
Oh
Parker.
yeah, they put all the smart ass right there. Like
all
of
the
it.
just that's obviously going to be the fun group. The
Right.
more the Black Panther and Captain America is the more militaristic type monarchy led.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're going to get shit done.
Right.
I'm not saying that these other groups aren't going to get shit done either.
But
But
there's
obviously you see their roles.
yeah, going
Yeah.
back to like Iron Man 1, like this
Yeah.
is the fun V. The
Yeah.
humdrum V's over
Yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah, and what's cool too is these different teams are under different settings, and so wherever they are, they're regrouping in a way of them coming together for a certain reason. Like this team's over in this part of the galaxy, and they're in this team's in New York, and then this team is in Wakanda. Like they're there for a reason. Something like giant is happening. and
well, I think they're
having to be
fighting
there.
for. I think it's going to be 2 or 3 different stones on the line, like you said. Like
Yeah.
they're going to figure out what the Soul Stone is, because
Well, they're coming for the Mind Stone because
Yeah.
the Vision has it, and Strange has a Time Stone.
yeah,
So that's one of the things about the stones. Once they start getting together, they can feel the presence of the others. And if he's got 2, that means it's going to pull him towards Earth because there's 3 of them.
right.
And I'm saying 3 because the Soul Stone is on Earth.
It has to be.
It has to be.
Of course, yes.
But it's gonna be crazy either way.
The space stone is in space.
Now
As
Loki
Guardians have it.
Loki gives it to him in
Yeah.
the trailer. He's got it.
Yeah.
Like,
Because you can see him when he crushes the cube.
Mm-hmm.
He crushes it.
Oh yeah.
I love the little sound. The way,
Yeah.
the way
well, it's got that tink, but then it hits you later. Like that sound effect is, that tiny thing, but it's got that after effect of
yeah.
like. So it's like, dude, even the tiny little, like, even that holds power. Even the tink, it's nothing to be played
Oh,
with.
yeah, that's right. There's another scene where he goes to the collector because the collector has
The power
the
stone.
reality
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
The
reality
power is on
is on Xandar.
Yeah.
Oh
But that's. Oh, I'm all getting hyped for it again. Just all over.
I know. I'm getting super.
After
hyped
this,
for it.
after this episode, we're just gonna, pull up a phone.
We're gonna pull up our phones, and
watch the trailer again.
yeah. Yeah, and
So.
again.
But all right, well,
Is
until
everyone gonna do the 31-hour marathon? Anyone?
Seriously?
I want to. My body is ready.
Yeah.
It really is.
Hence the coffee. Yeah.
I might have to. You gonna take vacation time off?
I can take
I
vacation
think
time.
Austin's doing it.
Jeez.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's what? It's like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing.
Starting off.
I think so. Yeah.
Man, so
Yeah, because
31
they were saying there's right after the marathon they're showing Infinity War like in that same theater.
Yeah.
So I think it's starting Wednesday or like Tuesday night and all through Wednesday
To get up to
to get up
release
to the
on
Thursday
Okay.
release. Yeah, because I want to say that's the first time they're gonna show it to anybody.
So in relation to the 31-hour thing, is the theater doing this or just
AMC
AMC.
theaters. AMC theaters. So the one here in Waco.
No.
But AMC theaters nationwide, like Dallas, Austin, Houston,
Yeah.
they're doing the marathon of all the movies, starting with Iron Man 1, all the way up to Black Panther.
Even that Hulk movie, they try and like skirt past and pretend doesn't exist, and all the promotional stuff. They're even showing that one. So.
The Incredible Hulk.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that Robert Downey Jr. plays Tony Stark at the end. I think it's just Robert Downey Jr. at a bar.
Right. But yeah, it's. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm
I'd love to
excited.
do it. I don't
Yeah.
know if I have the vacation time
I
realistically.
don't know if I have the steam to do that.
Well, that's the thing. You could sleep through like Thor, like the rom com, and then
You could
Thor
sleep through
2,
Thor.
MacGuffin the movie. Like,
Yeah.
power naps there.
You can sleep through Avengers 2 because it's just a rehash of Avengers.
I wouldn't. I love that.
Yes or no? All right. So there's a question. Like, which one movie would you sleep through in the 31-hour marathon?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I think the second Thor. I'm sorry if y'all like that one, but to me, that one I could sleep through. I had to think about another one. No, there's another one in there.
Iron Man
somewhere.
3.
Yeah, I think Iron Man 3.
I like the house party protocol too much to sleep through that. Though. Like, I gotta at least wake up for
Yeah.
that because I mean, that Igor, take that building. Like Heartbreaker, take those 4 dudes up there at once. Like,
Yeah.
that was fun.
That
Sorry.
was fun, but I mean, I don't need to watch a 2-hour movie to see that 10 minutes.
That's true. That's true. We can sleep through that one.
Yeah. And there'd probably be some small segments within the other movies. Very few though, because I like all of them. So I love all of them. So yeah, I could only really choose those 2 for now.
Right.
Would this also include Homecoming?
Yeah.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
I'm making sure we can sleep through that one. I don't know. Michael Keaton's so fun in there though.
He is.
He's so fun.
That was
Such a great
surprise.
villain.
Yeah, that was a surprise. Seriously.
I think weirdly I could sleep through the first Guardians, and not because of how bad it is, but it's one of those ones I've rewatched so many times that it's comfortable to me. Like it's like when you want something to watch to go to sleep, so you put on Blade Runner. Like
Yeah.
you love that movie,
Yeah, but
it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like
I could sleep through the second Guardians because it's a story about fathers and sons. I'm never gonna get that reconciliation. That's an unattainable goal for me. I don't need that rehashed in my life. So
Wait, you had to go cosmic and kill your own dad in the vacuum of space? You need that rehash?
yeah. Well, it's the fact that his father came to look for him.
He's talking about that time he got lost in Target, you know?
Kmart. Kmart. Multiple times.
You too? Oh my gosh, what is with this Kmart? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I think Thor 1 and 2, and I'll watch 2 before 1. 1 was really disappointing because it was a romantic comedy with like a boss fight at the end. Like,
It was set on Earth. I don't want to see. I don't read Thor to read about
Yeah.
Earth.
yeah,
I want to see Thor in space or in Asgard or somewhere else, not in New Mexico.
right? I mean, you could snooze through Hulk and get an early power nap, and
Yeah.
because I think Thor would play right after Hulk, so you could get like a good solid 3 hours.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Go watch the trailer. Comment below what do you want to see out of the movie. Like,
Yeah.
if we took your favorite part, sorry, but drop the comment anyway.
Yeah. Let us know because I like to know that other people think the same.
Right, and we're obviously not shy.
Yeah.
We might talk back. Who knows?
Yeah.
Feedback, reviews, all of that really, really helps and contributes to a good cause, and it benefits everybody. You know, the material, the content, all of it's great, and I know we want to do more. We want to hear more. I do want to do a quick shout out to Mondo. He couldn't make it today. Mondo, wherever you are, dude, live long and prosper.
You know where he's at.